Yeah. So it's going to be like a mini chat show, this sort of thing. And so what I want to do to try and make it like other chat shows is sort of, firstly, I'm going to have a house band. Okay, so I'm going to get up now. Here we go, everyone's tense. So I'm going to ask you, sir, what's your name? Nick. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to get you, and let's say this group of people here, hello everyone, the music's going to play, and you're going to like sort of just mime along to it as if you're like a really enthusiastic house band. Okay, so yeah, probably we're just like warming up now. I'm telling you what's going to happen, and I'll go off and come back on again. So can we have a practice? Could you play some music, please? A bit of that music. Yeah, come on. First bit, and also we kind of, because chat shows generally have like a camera, they have loads of cameras actually, but let's say this one's going to have one camera and it's going to be this man here that's not looking at me. So if we need to, like, obviously being picked on before.
He has been, Robin's been quite intense.
What's your name? Ben. So if you ever need to direct a piece to the camera or like throw to a break, no, just we're going to look straight at your face. It'll be awkward for you, but compared to that, really, what's going to happen? So yeah, I'm going to chat to a guy. He's going to come out. You're going to, when the music kicks up again, you're going to go for it. Some of you didn't get involved that much, but just cut any instrument. You know an instrument? Do one of them. A flute, yeah. Look what Sean's doing, that is amazing.
I don't know which way a flute goes.
It goes anyway, I think. Just choose. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm gonna... I'm trying to control a chat show here, Sean. I've never said that sentence before in my life. I'm trying to control a chat show here, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go off. If you could reintroduce me.
Yes.
And so just give me like about 20 seconds, and you sort of just chat to Ben about what music you like. Just do that, and I'll be back in a sec.
Hey Ben.
So, yeah,
I'm the warm up.
Yeah.
Okay, right, hurry up. Okay, go.
Okay, go.
Bonjour. What's your favourite music that you like? Just filling time, don't really care. Just like anything. I don't know any bands.
Sort of music or?
Yeah. Or do you have a favourite band?
Like electronic music?
Electronic music, truly. That's quite French. That's quite a French thing to like keyboards and stuff like that, and robots. You'd love tonight. It's quite electronic, science music. Okay, then 3 seconds, right? Ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, TV voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your host for tonight's show. I changed accents halfway through this because I changed my mind. Please welcome James Walker!
Put on a jacket to look all nice. So yeah, I'm gonna... What was that? Someone said something. I just heard someone say something and I thought, what is that? Got inquisitive. Let's move on with the chat show. That was like the monologue at the start. So yeah, I'm going to get my guest out now. He is what is known as a neuroscientist. Please welcome Lewis Hou. Right, Lewis?
I'm very good. Shall I sit on the... Is this the wet one?
No, I've got the wet one.
Okay.
I've been the good host and taken the wet.
Good man.
Thank you. All very pleasant already. So yeah, let's sort of start with let's start right at the beginning. Science, what's that? Just like sort of a general.
Science is a mode of exploring the world. So from gouging eyes out on yourself or poking birthmarks until they come back, that is all science apparently.
Yeah. So let's say I'm a guy, I'm 23, glasses wearing, likes chicken, dislike spiders, teetotal, I don't drink, like I've had sips and stuff, I'm not mental. I don't think that really counts, and I've had a dog, I've got a dog. How would you describe your work and what you do to someone like that?
So you have a brain,
Yes.
and it helps you control all the things you do, including disliking spiders and looking after a dog. And so I look at pictures of your brain without having to, so I can understand a bit more about you without having to break your head open.
Right. You're not going to break my head open during this, are you?
No.
Cool. Just like to get that with all my guests, I like to check out straight off the bat. No, you crack my head open.
We're not going to now.
Okay, cool.
It's happened already.
Okay, so my main knowledge of like scientists comes from films, and it's a lot of films. They're sort of like in the background with their clipboard, like I've got here, looking in a tube, and then sort of taking some notes. You ever done that?
First question, really idiotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
I was kind of my whole thing tonight was going to be, I am the biggest idiot, but then the resident idiot comes on, gets vinegar all over my seat. So that sort of ruined that one. So yeah, is there, sort of, doing your neuroscience research, is there a specific thing that you learned that really surprised you, or really got you thinking more about neuroscience, got you into it a bit more?
Big question. That's a hard question. I guess one of the main things that we look at is, who's heard of the left and the right side of the brains? And that you can be left-brained and right-brained. Yeah? So that's not true. It is a myth, but actually it's a complicated myth because the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain are actually different. But not in the way that people imagine. So that was something quite interesting, I guess.
Yeah. That was interesting. That was good. But left and right brain. I liked it. It was good.
Actually, I can go a bit loopy.
Oh, you got a drawing? Is this a diagram?
No, this is actually a brain I brought.
Oh, you brought a brain?
Why I made it
Everyone
earlier.
else. You
So
showing it off like it's an unusual thing to bring a brain.
Not only is it just any brain, this is actually my brain.
Whoa.
That's been 3D printed.
3D printed. You got one of them? They're probably quite expensive, isn't they?
It is a gift.
It was a gift from a guy that's really rich.
Well,
With 3D print.
well, kind of. Behind the law.
Is it, I was looking on the internet, because it's a great place, guys, check it out. Is it true that you recently tweeted, certainly the dumbest question to ask brain scientist / psychologist is, can you read my mind? And did you know I was going to ask that? Not bad? You don't need to answer that one, that was just for me.
Okay.
That was a nice little moment for me there. Oh, you go. So what we're going to do now is lead into, because it's an ad break. We're going to have an ad break. Okay, so if you can sort of like tell, I've told you to bring a joke, like sort of science joke that I might not understand.
Okay.
If you could tell that, and then whatever it is, even if I don't get it, I'll laugh, and sort of like, I'll look at the camera. It's over there. Ben.
The camera.
And I'll say, I'll do an unrealistic laugh, and then cut to a break.
Okay.
And then, okay, so if you just want to like casually lead into that joke. Yeah.
Okay. So. Where do gangsters rap? On the left side.
Brick. Nailed it. Nailed it. So this is the advertisement break, so just tell people about some things you like. What sort of products do you like? What sort of
Products?
Yeah.
Like hair gel?
Hair gel. What hair gel do you use?
I don't actually know. VO5 maybe?
VO5, big shout out. Shout out to VO5.
Uh-huh.
Any other products? Just any food you're liking recently?
Thai food's pretty good.
Thai food is good.
Yeah, I tried that. It was yeah.
Do you want to do like a little advertisement for Thai food? Just say
Thai food, like Thailand in your mouth. In a good way.
And when it like in this sort of back from break, there we go. I'm a natural at this. Nailing it. So yeah, let's say like right now you're in a room of people that probably a lot of them at least some of them aren't scientists.
Okay.
Some of them are not scientists.
That's fine.
Do you ever sort of, when you're in a room like that, feel a lot better than them and do sort of smuggle after yourself? You guys, smarter. You ever done that?
No, not really.
No, that's fun to do.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. So you took part in a show called Edinburgh.
Mm-hmm.
It was this sort of zombie. Could you explain a bit about what the show was?
So basically, we went with the position: what would happen if zombies took over Edinburgh, sorry, ergo the name, and then what would the realistic kind of scientific response be? And so we got put audience members in. We taught them a little bit about science, so I looked a little bit like which parts of the brain would be damaged in zombies, and there would be other bits and bobs, stem cells to help regenerate. Actually, my favourite one was a psychiatrist who's trying to argue that we should not kill the zombies, we should actually train them not to bite using CBT. Which I thought was a delightful actual twist on the genre. And then, very realistically, we would ask them to vote at the end whether we should try and cure the zombies, if that was a good idea, whether we should kill them, difficult, morally imperative, or we should just bomb the shit out of Edinburgh.
Right.
Very realistic.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, what if, like, let's say this woman here, let's say she's been feeling a bit ill today, and turns out she's about to be a zombie. Okay. Let's say she came up and she was about to bite me. Okay. What would you do? Would you sort of try and run away, or would you get something heavy and hit me in the head, like in Walking Dead?
What, hit you before she bit you? Just hit you anyway?
She was about to make me a zombie. It was about to happen.
I'd probably hit you repeatedly.
Hit me repeatedly.
Put you out of your misery.
Yeah, that'd be good. But like, if you got, let's say, zombie apocalypse starting, you got out here, where would be your first port of call? Where would you go, do you think?
You know, I thought about this a lot when I was a kid, especially. Chippies.
Chippies, why chippies?
Because they all got the steel bits and, you know, the windows are barred and you've got potatoes.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. You can survive for a long time in a chippy, I reckon.
I've got vinegar on the seat if you want it, mate.
No, in fact, they don't like vinegar.
Another thing you do, and that was a great segue. Another thing you do is you sort of combine science and Kaylee. So tell me that, because in my head I do not know how that combines.
Okay.
So please make it clear.
So, we have a Kaylee band, I play fiddle, and I also communicate science. And one day, these kind of things kind of together, because trying to explain and get people to dance is actually very similar to getting people to engage in science. People are like, I don't dance. Or, I don't do science. And actually,
That's exactly what my voice is like
yeah,
when I'm
I agree. And so the science Kaylee is adapting the Kaylee dances or making new Kaylee dances to explain science concepts. So the easiest way to think about it is the Dutch white blood cell. It's become a model for the immune system.
Right, okay. And I believe you've got a thing you're going to perform at the... Is it Edinburgh?
Yes, we do have a little plug. We have a science Kaylee on Friday. We have a science festival, and it's all about neuroscience, which is great.
Yeah. So I go to that. That'd be a good photo, wouldn't it? Like promotional photo.
Yeah, I think so.
Go to that. Me. Give me a thumbs up. So yeah, do you want to maybe do that song?
Yeah, sure. We can do that. I mean, need to set up.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll just keep everything together. Hi guys. This is a bit where someone sets up. Usually in a TV show, this is cut. You don't really see like Madonna on that cell. Doubt she does it herself. Probably get some other people to do it. That was a good sentence.
Yeah.
How do you want to? Do you want my help with this, don't you?
A little bit. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do a science game, don't worry. There's not a lot of space. But what we are going to do is learn a bit about the brain and with a bit of audience participation, which usually means in this tonight pick on these guys. But I won't. I will get everyone to sing along. Now, if the song is based off coming around the mountain. Yeah. Coming around the mountain. Yeehaw, sir. Excellent. But what we'll actually be talking about which parts of the brain we actually use. So, if you would like to hold up
I would like to. Let's do this now. So the parts of the brain I'll be talking about, and I'd like you guys to sing along with, especially in the chorus, are the frontal cortex. So repeat after me, the frontal cortex. Frontal cortex. And in the chorus, it will go something along the lines of singing my frontal cortex. Singing my frontal cortex. Singing my frontal, my frontal cortex. And it'll be something like this. And in the second verse, we'll talk about the motor cortex, which is just along the scalp. So repeat after me, the motor cortex. The motor cortex. Beautifully done, Christopher. Thank you. And then the last part, the last verse, will be the temporal cortex, right on the side. Temporal cortex. Temporal cortex. Very good. Okay, let's give it a go. I was just blowing that last one, sorry mate, later. Now, my voice is not normally this husky. I've got a bit of cold. Excuse the voice breaking if it happens. I'm just singing ready now. I'll be using my frontal cortex with this song. When I decide to play it, it won't take long to raise the oxygen metabolic rate. The rest of the brain it'll orchestrate. I'm using my frontal cortex with this song. Singing my frontal cortex. Singing my frontal cortex. Singing my frontal. Connected by a fiber bundle. Singing my frontal cortex. So there'll be a bit in the middle, which I'll add. Signals from my motor cortex reach my hand. Just across the band, it lies like a headband. Understand, from the left, my right brain beckons at 120 meters per second. Signals from my motor cortex reach my hand. Singing my motor cortex. Singing my motor cortex. Singing my motor. It's the movement from motor. Singing my motor cortex. That's where the temporal cortex does abide. Understanding words as well as chords, but dopamine rewards. Sound vibrations enter my ears from the side. I'm not normally sitting for that bit. Singing my temporal cortex. Singing my temporal cortex. Singing my temporal. It hears and smells in general. Singing my temporal cortex.